Sometimes you get projects that don't always work the way you like. She wasn't going to smile, and you're not going to make me. So what do? Sometimes you get the right pose, find a lucky photo smile, and you have to Photoshop it on. Here's how to take one smile from another picture and put it onto another picture. So we've been shooting for about an hour, off and on, and finally got a picture of her to smile just a few with her cousin right at the end. I was able to grasp a few smiles and the things that mom and dad like. So what do is we need to go ahead and put it onto another picture. Well, one of the ones they ended up liking was this picture, which is not the way it was shot. It was that shot actually looking like this picture. Not the same. So what do? Well, we'll go ahead and open up this picture. Get the settings the way you like them. We'll go ahead and open up the picture. I'm shooting with RAW, so I open up into Photoshop to do this kind of edit. And then go ahead and find the photo of the smile that I like. I'm going to take this smile and put it on this picture. So first, I'm going to go ahead and start by selecting her face and her head with the marquee tool. Select and drag a pretty good portion of it. And I can copy and paste, Control-C or Command-C on a Mac, and then Control-C or Command-V to paste in the piece. Now I have some resolution issues here, which if you're not printing a huge piece isn't a huge deal. I'll go ahead and enlarge this. I do notice that the light is pretty similar. The light is coming from left to right. I'm going to go ahead and enlarge this a little bit. To do that, I'm going to go to Free Transform, which is under Edit and Free Transform. You can also use the shortcut Control or Command-T. Now, by default, Photoshop makes it so it doesn't be constrained. It used to, several versions ago, had to hold Shift. If you hold Shift, it will actually skew it one way or another. We don't want to do that. We want to keep it proportionate so it doesn't look fat or skinny. Something about like that. And a lot of times when I do this proportion, I will also just kind of eyeball the size of her shoulders so the head doesn't look abnormally large, something like a big head, or with those fat head posters that are big heads on athletes. Something like that. And I accept my changes. And then once I have this portion here, I'll go ahead and turn down my opacity a little bit so I can have some transparency to see as I'm aligning that piece. Maybe still needs to go a little bit bigger. Enlarge my picture just a little bit. About there. Looks about good. And then I'll go ahead and use a mask. A mask is a way to hide pixels. I go into the mask with like the Japanese flag here. I click this mask, and I'm going to paint black with a paintbrush. And what that will do, it's going to hide the pixels. Just like you hide and seek at night. If you paint something black, you hide at night. I'm going to go ahead and paint away what I don't want to have of her. Something like that. And I'm using a nice, what we call soft or feathered brush. Something like that. That looks pretty good. Now I'll go ahead and put up my opacity back to 100%. Then I can move it around to the position that I need. I might even use the free transform to kind of change the angle a little bit and make it match. Something like that. That looks pretty good. Then I'm going to go ahead and paint around that neckline to make sure that neck smiles fits. And there's not an odd positioning. And there we go. And zoom in a little bit just to make sure that neckline looks good. If I paint white, it'll bring back those layers. If I paint black, it'll hide those layers. So painting white and black helps me to change that mask up a little bit, one way or another. To make it match. It looks pretty good there on the neckline. And that looks pretty good just like that, just by painting white and black on my mask. And we go from not smiling picture to smiling picture, just like that, using your layers. Now I do have to paint back a little bit of his hair, as I can tell. Putting the layer back on and off does help you to know, oh, I need to cover up some of this guy's hair, so I'm going to paint back some of his hair, in some of its head that is now missing. And just like that, they look natural. So that's how you do it. Giving someone the smiles when they really didn't have smiles to begin with.